So, what if I told you that one of the best Japanese role-playing games is not a Final Fantasy game, not from Square Enix, not from the Tales series, not from Persona, the Xeno Chronicle, from none of that? What if I told you that the best RPG, the best JRPG is from the original PlayStation 1? Would you believe me? Let's talk about it. So you can already see the title that is on this video. If you know this game, then you are going to take a big nostalgia trip. If you don't know this game, get ready to see and hear about one of the best JRPG games I have ever played in my entire life. I am not lying. Lunar 2, Eternal Blue. This classic is a follow-up of another underappreciated game, which became the start of the Lunar franchise, which is called Lunar Silver Star Story Complete. Lunar 2 was released on July 23rd, 1998 for the Sega Saturn, and eventually was translated and ported to North America on December 15th, 2000 for the PlayStation 1. That's amazing. Now is 2022, so 22 years ago on my mother's birthday, the Lord blessed these creative minds to create this magnificent game. Thank you, Kami-sama. Oh my god. The story surrounds likable characters embarking on quests that mature them as people. Specifically, two main characters develop a powerful romance. The dialogue is also a big standout, as even the minor characters have impactful conversations together. And it creates a very memorable experience because everything is narrated. Voice actors are amazing. Every single dialogue in this game is narrated and voice acted by top class voice actors from the 90s. So it is amazing, and it takes you back to the good old days of JRPGs.
The Mari I knew understood the pain in people's hearts and healed them gently. She felt the pain of others more acutely than even they did. And that Mari is standing before me, punishing herself for things she couldn't control.
But, Ronfar, I just...
Mari, I won't leave you alone again.
There are several hand-animated, full-motion video cutscenes, as well as an unforgettable soundtrack that still resonates with me even to this day. I still listen to the soundtrack. After the end of the game, an optional second adventure may serve as kind of an epilogue, so there is a lot that you can do in this game. Side quests, even after the game finishes, they have other things that you can do. I believe there's a new game plus, so you get a complete package. Hence, they came out with, on the PlayStation 1, Lunar 2 Eternal Blue Complete. Same as Silver Star Story. I can't say T's today. All right, so let's get into the story. The story is set 1,000 years after the events of the Silver Star. Once again, Lunar, which is an inhabited moon that circles a planet called the Blue Star, is under threat by the return of Zophar, the god of evil. So Lunar, once again, is a moon, and people live on that moon. And the moon is circling around a planet called the Blue Star. This god, known as Zophar, who is responsible for the destruction of life on the Blue Star is coming back to wreak havoc on this moon. When he destroyed all life on Blue Star, it was a long time ago. It was millennia ago. This causes Lucia, a being created to restore life on the Blue Star, to awaken before her time. And once again, she has to thwart or sabotage Zophar's plans. The adventurer that you play as, the main character, his name is Hiro, and he is a young explorer and archaeologist who meets Lucia, and he gets entangled in her mission to stop Zophar. During his journey across the world of Lunar, Hiro and Lucia are joined by many other characters, including some from the first game. I would like to say my favorite character, oh my gosh, the guy who's just like, Lady Luck be kind, every time he does some kind of a special attack. I forget his name. I'm trying to remember it, but I can't remember. Ronfar, that's what it was, Ronfar, that was my man. Ronfar, he's kind of like a gambler, but he has like these healing abilities. So it's very strange, you know, for a video game, because usually JRPGs have like little female characters, very kawaii and really cute, but this guy is the healer in the group, but he's also a gambler, and he looks like really rugged and just like, he looks like a womanizer. So it's very different from most games. My favorite character, really dope. He has a really good story, and a good thing about this game is all of these characters have really deep stories. Really, they're not archetypes, they're not like, you know, generic characters. Each person has their own kind of vice and their own kind of trauma that they're trying to overcome. And of course you have really good standouts such as Leo, who is the captain of Althena's guard and servant of the goddess, and Jean, the traveling dancer, and she did martial arts. She has like a really bad past too. So she looks beautiful, but once you get into it, you're just like, you feel sorry for her, but at the same time you're like, dang, like, you know, how do you live after all of that she's been through? And then you have the magician who's in the Magician's Guild, Lemina. She is like very cutesy and, you know, she has the blonde hair, very cute, but at the same time, she's like super greedy. She's just money hungry all the time. Of course, you have Gwen, who's the archaeologist, who is his like adoptive grandfather, who plays a role in the beginning. Ruby, the pink-winged cat creature, she's always supporting Hiro, always by his side. And, you know, it's a really good dynamic between Ruby and Hiro, because I think Ruby has a crush on Hiro, even though she's a dragon, which that would never work. But it's really funny. And yeah, I think Hiro is a really good protagonist. He is, you know, very adventurous, and he always wants to help people. He is that kind of stereotypical character, but he has a really good development arc. There are no random battles. I'm going to say that again. No random battles. So you can see every single monster that you have to face. So you can run if you don't want to battle it, and you can try to find a way to get through certain places on the map without fighting the monster. Sometimes you really can't avoid it and you gotta like fight your way through, but you can see every single villain, every single monster before you go into the actual battle, which is awesome because at that time, there was no such thing. Remember, this is the 90s. We're talking about Final Fantasy 7 and 8 at its peak. It was all random battles. Legend of Dragoon. You had Xenogears, that's what it was, Xenogears. You know, all of these were random battle games. This was unprecedented at that time. The music, amazing. The music was so amazing, and it fits the style of the 90s, and it also fits this kind of theme of magical mysticism, and every single track correlates with a character, correlates with a particular place. Very romantic story, kind of tragic in some aspects, but at the end of the day, it is all about teamwork, and it is all about overcoming trauma, overcoming struggles. And I highly, highly, highly recommend this game. Cons. The only con I can really think of right now is that it hasn't been released on any modern systems such as PlayStation 3, PlayStation 4, Switch, Xbox. It didn't even get released for PlayStation 2 or GameCube or, you know, the older generations at the time. You know, it's a very exclusive game for PlayStation 1 and Sega Saturn. So if you can get your hands on it, pop that into a PlayStation 3 and play that joint, because I'm pretty sure it's expensive now. That's the only con. I hope that, you know, it can get released. But as you're seeing some of the footage of the game, what do you think? Leave a comment below. Click that like button if you liked. Subscribe if you're not subscribed. What are you doing if you're not subscribed? Come on, yo. This is your boy, Dory from Dorio TV, signing out. Deuce.